55-56. Check 41. Watch the screen.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Now, this is just the fifth all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here, taking place in Week 1, and they have split the previous four meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002, but you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the fifth time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6. And he finds Cook. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Go! Hey, easy. Watch the car. Watch the play.
On second and 12, Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at the 20. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete. Stills. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
You got that. 18. Check back 47. Check back 47. I think check three. Switch. Under 10. 10. Undercross.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Let's get there. Check 15. Jump.
Miller. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Rush in.
On second and 9, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his third and 1. Watson with a give to Miller. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They keep it with Miller on first down. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping. Slam. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
We're scoreless after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up. To throw on second and 6, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, This is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back. And run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
5-9. 41
To throw is Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He finds Latavius Murray. Murray, strong running, and he'll have it past midfield almost. The 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 37. And the Saints, 1st down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And the Texans first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Going for it all. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells. 27 yards as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Bust through the tackle. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now Leonard Fournette, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Here comes Carter. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Anzalone able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Switch. Check. Alert flare.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And this one is right down the middle. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let him go.
Watson now to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Check. Let him go.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run, and they're still accurate throwing the football.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Breeze. Flush to his right. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
47's the mic.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 97 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. In on the tackle, it was Duke Ejiofor.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Move. 36. Hey, Alpha. 41 Mike. Watch the run.
Now this time, Breeze will throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
21. Five. 41's the Mike. Check, 41. Rip left. 41 Mike. 41 first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And the Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, Murray. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still
and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. Now a play fake. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The throw over the middle taken in, and down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And brought in by the tight end Cook. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down.
Ready, 95, 56. 55, all day, all day.
Again, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Ready?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
47 is the mic. Watch it slap. Watch it slap.
Now here's McCarron on third. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Leonard Fournette, 58 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Johnson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, it's Johnson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
47's the mic. Rip right, rip right.
McCarron to throw for it on 4th. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Suggs. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. The busy night continues for Johnson. Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play.